What are we living for? What is the reason that we get up in the mornings? What is our purpose in life? What is important to us? Now, yes, there are a handful of people who have given themselves very specific purposes in their life, who work tirelessly to reach their goals, whether it is humanitarianism or making money or whatever. And then you get everyone else, where we just kind of like float around and get a job and meet someone we like and maybe, get married and get a nice car and then we die. More or less. Okay. What is the meaning of life? And especially within the context of this world where there are billions of people who live in poverty, where there are hundreds of billions of animals who don't have very nice lives because of us. And all of this happens solely because we don't know what we want, but we also don't know the cost of how we are actually living. So it's like, because I have no purpose, I'm going to try and find things to fill my life up, to fill me up, to make me feel whole, to make me feel happy and good and satisfied. So I'm going to buy things. I'm going to find people who match my life views, who will agree with me and validate my opinions. I am going to find my piece of happiness. And, as long as I have that, everything's fine. But now what we're seeing is that that piece of happiness isn't actually, honestly, enough. Because how many people are truly 100% satisfied with their lives, are happy, are having a good time most of the time, who are happy with themselves, who are happy with the state of the world, who can sleep at night because they know that all is well? No one can say that. Even if we have reached a point of having a good relationship with ourselves, we're still in a completely fucked up world. It doesn't mean that we should never be happy, but it does mean that we have a responsibility to do something towards contributing to change, rather than ignoring it and living in a little bubble. And the simplest things that we can do start with us and end with us. It's not like we have to go out there and join the government or become a public servant or sell everything and move to Africa and help needy children. That's not going to solve anything, not in the bigger picture, because the problems don't stem from things like a corrupt government or things like greedy corporations or exploitation of third world countries. Those are symptoms. And the more that we support ourselves to understand how the world works, the more we empower ourselves to make informed choices, to stand as examples of how we could live differently, of how the world could function differently. And when I say the world, I mean the world system that we as humanity has created, not nature, not the environment, not the animals necessarily. Although maybe one day when we sort ourselves out, we could take steps to heal some of the damage that we've done. So what are we living for? Are we living for nice cars, the latest cell phone, getting married and having kids? You know what? It would be nice if that is all that, was actually important. I would love to be able to just be happy and have the life that I wanted. That's what we all want, isn't it? But the world isn't set up that way. And to change how it is set up, we have to change ourselves, because we are currently functioning according to a dysfunctional world system, and everything that we do is supporting that dysfunctional system. We are part of the problem. And this goes as far as the thoughts that we have in our heads, to our relationship to money, how we work with money, what we believe about money, what we'll do for money, to how we develop relationships with others, how we judge people, the systems of inequality that are evident almost everywhere. So, change always starts with me, with you. We are the ones who have to live differently despite everything that's around us. We are the ones who can see that things as they are now are unacceptable, and that the only way to change them is to change. And it doesn't matter if no one else is doing it with us. It doesn't matter if we're alone. It doesn't matter if everyone else calls us crazy. Sure, we can take into consideration why they think we're crazy. Maybe they see something we missed. But for me, my purpose is being part of the equality equation, being part of the 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 eventually equals everyone. That my example of change will ripple out and create change all around me, where I am constantly striving to understand myself and to understand the human mind, so that without judgment, without anger, without hatred, I can help to change the things that are not best in me and in others. So, what are you living for? What is your purpose in life? Okay, so that's it for this video. If you'd like me to expand on the point, or if you have any specific questions, please leave a comment or send a direct message. You can support me on Patreon. The link is below in the description. Otherwise, I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching.